18, and we are going to get stuck into round number 5 in just a little moment. Now guys, we are just trying to run the games a little bit faster here, so unfortunately not able to bring to you the scores right now, but as soon as the scores are available while the round is progressing, we'll try and articulate how the standings look after that round number 4.
Yep, definitely, and we did see a lot of exciting gameplay coming into the first map of Myanmar for today. Geek Fam, Junks with the AWM, a lot of kills there. Towards the end there, we did see FFG just rotating perfectly to get a kill onto Escarex. It was on a one-on-one situation, but Escarex just followed really short. I believe it was Adul who had the higher ground advantage, just getting the last kill onto Escarex and securing the second win for FFG. So FFG definitely going to be racking up a lot of points in the leaderboards.
Absolutely, really clutch performance out from FFG Elite. Now they did take 4 chicken dinners in their qualifier number 4. Let's see how many chicken dinners they get over the course of today and tomorrow. But so far they're off to a good start with 2 chicken dinners in the bag. And currently no team actually does have more than 1 except for them. So really nice start for them today.
Yep, so we are going to be jumping straight into game number 5 in any second right now. But looking at how the teams are playing, any predictions, any thoughts, any change of thoughts coming in for day number 1? We did talk about this before the first game started. Right now, any changes to your thoughts?
Well, I think that Geek Fam is starting to really grow into the games here. I mean, we did think that they would be having a very strong performance all around, but I think they did start a little bit slowly, but I think in that last game, we did start to see Geek Fam really start to bring it home and really show the number of kills that they can just rack up here. And Kenny just leading the way there. I think he had 7 by himself there, so a nice points total just
we are going to see how many points, how much points Geek Fam actually racked up coming into that last game. I believe
so we will be taking a little bit more time here as we wait for a remake to actually take place, so we unfortunately have to restart that game just a little bit here. So we will be taking maybe a couple minutes break here, and then when we return, we'll bring you round number 5. But in any case, I think Miramar does actually get to see a lot of different playstyles come out, which I think Geek Fam is very familiar with playing on Miramar to a high level as well. So, I mean, that's purely reflected in their scores, and they do have their very designated strategy in any case there, which they actually do go and take those further away places, but guarantee that good loot and have a very solid plan in terms of rotation.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, Venture, one of the teams that we've been talking a lot about as well. Coming to Myanmar, they are slightly better. We do see them just dealing with the stage fright just a little bit. I was talking to Chirex. Unfortunately, I think the last game Chirex wasn't able to join us. So they were playing in a 3-man squad for game number 4. But Chirex did tell me that the stage fright did get him a little bit. So we're going to see if they are going to be very comfortable. I just gave them advice. Stick your eyes to the screen, you'll be fine. Just don't look out the windows. You guys will be fine. So, are we going to take a short break for now? First?
I think we might be taking a short break here, just to wait for the remake for this session over here. But in any case, I think we will be anyways getting underway very soon, guys. So again, while we're just waiting here, just a big thanks to our sponsors and partners here for this PUBG Malaysia Singapore Championship, as we do have namely Cellcom, Cause and Effect, K&K Revolution, Gank, Brew Games, Lot 10, Vistana, Battle Arena, all backed by PUBG Corporation, and this is all organized by Geek Events here. So we will be just continuing our pre-show here just a little bit more while we get ready here. So how did you find that the first match on Miramar actually went?
It was very exciting. So, this is the funny thing. We always think that Miramar is going to be a slower paced game when it comes to comparing to Angle. But every single time I get my doubts get basically rejected. It's never a long game when it comes to a high competitive game. Of course, yes, you have the looting phase, which is basically the first phase is going to be slightly longer, about 10 minutes or so, and then rotations. When the rotations comes in, this is where we do see teams actually excel on top of the other teams who actually don't do much better in terms of rotation. So Miramar gonna be the first game that we saw. It was very action-packed. We did see Junks pulling off once again amazing headshots with the AWM. Resurgence is moving in as well. The rotations coming from most of the teams are pretty well done as well. So we're going to see how the second map of Miramar will be coming in for most of the teams.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, while we don't see too many kills right at the start, mostly is, you know, people jostling for the cars and everything, it does set up the entire game for a lot of these teams, you know. And like we can see for some of the examples so far, they already have a very defined plan in place there. So it's how they're going to adjust for this. So while we're waiting for round 5, we do have the scores from the last round available, guys. And in first place is going to be FFG Elite after they were able to take that chicken dinner and clutch out right at the end there, able to take that one-on-one situation. And in second place is going to be Geek Fam after they got third position, but they got so many kills there, 225 points total just from that, and they take 570 points, so not far behind FFG Elite here. And in third place is going to be Team Bad, which saw Rain Zera able to take second position there after being the sole surviving team member from Team Bad.
Yeah, and of course, Gaventure coming in fourth. Not too many kills as well. Going to be racking out 355 points. In 10th place, Seesaw. I'm going to check out the second half of the standings coming in from round 4. We will be seeing most of the teams such as, I believe, yeah, so basically Genius team is sitting in 11th place. All the way at the bottom, Infinity Gaming with 0 points for that round. Silver Wolves now just underperforming just a little bit when it's coming to Miramar. We did see them perform in game number 1, right? In game number 2, they were pretty okay, and then basically it was the downfall of Silver. So we might be able to see Silvers. They will have to step up their game once again, just come back to where they were from game number 1 and try to take on the games. Basically take games after games, one game at a time. I think they should be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. So now let's look at the standings here. FFG Elite look pretty at the top of the table. They have 1,480 points, and currently they do have a 160-point lead onto Team Bad here. But looks like Geek Fan really storming up the table here, as currently they're only 210 points off the pace there. So they could very well continue their strong run of results here and really advance further up. But currently FFG Elite looking pretty there with 200 points gap between them and Geek Fam. And in fourth place is going to be Silver Wolves. They were our leaders earlier on, but currently they have dropped down the pecking order here, as they have dropped a few points here in these early stages. Quacker still able to maintain a decent number of points there. Resurgence were in fourth place at the start of that round, but currently they dropped down to 6 after they were facing a very congested area there on the eastern side of the map.
Yep. Looking at the top 5 spots now, all the points discrepancy is going to be so close to each other. It can be anybody's game. Again, we are looking for the top 4 teams after the end of tomorrow to see who will represent our region to the finals in Thailand. And of course, Gaventure now, they did finish off on the bottom half of the table coming in after game number 3, I believe. Going to be racking up points, enough points to actually push them up. They are coming in for the chase. Teams got to be careful of teams like Gaventure, MKJ, Mino Kopijab. They are all chasing up to the top teams. These are the teams that you guys want to be looking out for as well. Lapar Esports sitting in position 14, not too bad. I would say they did try to go for the position finish in the past game, but falling a little bit too short there. BMW just falling a little bit short as well, coming in from the Singapore counterparts. So Resurgence, the only hope for Singapore to carry the flag into Thailand once again. Gonna see how they play out round number 5.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's still going to be a lot to play for, guys. I mean, we have still got a number of rounds left to play here, 8 in fact, and that's still going to be plenty of time here. As we've seen 1 or 2 teams here able to get 700 points in one game. So if you think about it, you get 2 rounds like that, you're going to be well amongst the leaders over here. And yeah, there's really not much space in terms of the points between 1st and 10th place here. Currently only about 765 here.
Yeah, it can be anyone's game right now for the top 4 position. FFG, once again, they have to be very consistent. Coming to game number 5, they do need to secure at least a top 3 position finish. But I'm pretty sure they can. Look at the way they've been playing, they can take the 3rd chicken dinner of the day. Hopefully we will see that. It's going to be exciting. The crowd loves it. We love it. My voice is going away. So hopefully we get to see FFG doing it once again. I would like to see Gaventure just securing at least 1 chicken dinner for them, as well as MBT. Even Team Bad, I would say. So Sean, Batman, hasn't really been performing in the past few games. Will we be able to see Sean just pulling off the M249 clutch? We'll find out. So loot crates, we're going to see, I think loot crates, talking about loot crates wise, not many teams are actually going for the loot crates. We only see like teams like GT, very few of the teams are going in for the loot crate. So not many teams taking the risk to go in for the loot crate. Of course, you have the level 3 armors. It's something that you want to bring forward to when it comes to the later phase of the game. So hopefully we get to see more teams going for the loot crate as well.
Absolutely. I think we've seen a fair number of teams still try and go for it if it's going to be like within their position there. And we saw in the last game that GeekFam was able to get 2 crates. They got AWM and they also had MK14. So one of the top picks there that you would want from that loot crate. And it really showed how they were able to clean up a lot of the teams there and able to bring it home there in terms of the kill total that they were able to get. But I think overall these teams probably not going to take too much in the way of these risks here to try and get that. But of course it's going to be such a huge boon. I mean, level 3 armor is going to be so essential for these long range fights, especially since Miramar is so wide open and spread out. You know, these are the kind of fights that we're going to be seeing quite a lot of.
So the game is, as you can see, the lobby is filled with the players. We are going to be starting the game pretty soon. And hopefully we'll be able to see game number 5 start anytime. And yeah, my predictions, I would like to see FFG take the throne once again.
Take the throne once again. Well, I think it looks entirely likely from their part.
And the fact is, FFG is pretty much like a new team. They did a few roster change, and it looks like we've talked about this before. Papa Zayed from Red Sea joining. I believe Elliot Xavier also from one of the previous team that he was leading as well. He basically came over to Team FFG, so he's not going to be playing in this tournament. He's going to be playing in the next tournament, but it looks like they are a very solid team. Looking at Jin Caliber being the in-game lead now is looking very good for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, FFG seems to have quite a number of players available to them. There's a lot of roster changes coming in. They did also have FFG Bravo entering into the qualifiers number 4 as well. Unfortunately, they weren't able to make the cut there for the top 4 spots there. But it really shows the depth of the squad. They're able to make sure that they have lots of practice, you know, doing a lot of these scrims with these higher, or rather the more established teams there, and really build on that foundation, you know, to try and make sure that they're going to be a successful esporting franchise.
Yep, and you guys, for you guys checking the stream back at home, we are live on Facebook, Geek Events page, Twitch, I believe, twitch.tv/Geek Events. On Facebook, we are doing something amazing. We are going to be giving out keys. I believe we still have keys. Hopefully, if you guys can like and share the video, get the videos up to 500 viewers, and the admins on the moderators of the page will be giving out some keys to a lucky few of you, in fact. So do remember like and share. Do leave your comments down below. We will be reading out your comments throughout the stream, throughout the game as well. Just hashtag the teams that you guys are rooting for. Hashtag FFG, hashtag The Venture, hashtag MBT, who knows? We'll check out the votes later on as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's going to be so many, I think there's so many supporters here for all these teams here. I'm sure they all want to try and see the same things as you, as their favorite teams, try and duke it out and really able to bring home these excellent results here. And so far, we've seen a lot of good individual performance, some great team performances as well there. So lots of moments of brilliance here to actually capture and make sure that we can immortalize them into history.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I can't wait for game number 5 to start. It's going to be an exciting game. It's been 4 games today. We did see the first 3 games of Erangel earlier on. We did see some of the highlights on top of my head right now. Paid with the clutch kill.
Paid. Yes,
I almost lost my voice there. I believe the game has just started. We got a queue. A queue from the players right there. I think it's Geek Fam. So will we be able to see Xavier? So he, like I was saying, he was complaining during the break that he couldn't get any kills. So he was complaining that he couldn't get any kills. So you guys, I'm not too sure if you guys can hear it back at home. There are like some players screaming. I'm pretty sure it's the Geek Fam boys.
Oh yeah, well I mean they always like to make noise, and they made a lot of noise in that last game as well, so let's see whether or not they're able to still come out with it. Now we are just about ready to get started with this round number 5. All the players have loaded in. We have 78 people inside the game, so that's going to be very good for us. Now again guys, just a small apology on the delays that we've been having today. Unfortunately some unavoidable technical issues have arisen here, and we're trying to do our best to mitigate that and get the games running as smooth as possible.
Definitely, and if you guys are in the area, do head down over to Battle Arena Malaysia. We are broadcasting this live from this awesome venue. If you guys love PUBG, come down, check out the place. They they have like amazing streaming ports here in Battle Arena. It's free to use if you guys are streaming as well. They have a loot crate here, which I believe there's some loots right beside of it as well. So it is in Jaya Shopping Center, guys, right smack in the middle of Petaling Jaya. The crowd is building up. We are 2 games away for today. If you guys can't make it today, come down over tomorrow, meet us, and say hi to us and say hi to the teams.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, tomorrow is going to be epic. We're going to be able to crown our champion here for the Malaysian Singapore Championship 2018 and know who is going to be our top 4 teams who are going to be participating in the final event at Bangkok. So that's going to be a level of epicness that we are going to be excited to see. But of course, there is still going to be lots to play for these teams, as top 8 will still be taking prize money. So we are ready here for our second round on Miramar. And looks like we are going all the way from El Azahar down to Valle del Mar. So quite a neutral play, going to offer a lot of opportunities for these teams to drop where they want to.
Yep, and the plane is going to go all the way down to Prison. We might be able to see some of the teams going in for the Prison play, the Los Higos play, depending on where the circle is. So I'm pretty excited to see once again where the circle is. We did see a northwest circle coming in for game number 4. So game number 5, we're going to see pretty soon where the circle is. We do see GeekFam now going up to where they actually landed in game number 4, which is on the northern side of that map. It looks like they are going to be floating towards the side of Campo Militar. ONE is going to be trailing them behind, as well as they should be dropping on the side of Tierra Bronca as well.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to have a bit of company this time in that northern side of the map here. Going to have to see how they adjust, but they might just be going for the surrounding settlements for the time being here. But we got a lot of teams dropping into the center here. We got Team Bad, we got S2 Warrior, Lapar Esports, Quacker, all really going inside that same area around the Hacienda and San Martin areas, whereas Los Leones actually has quite a number of teams as well. But the rest of the places, Stadium Fighter YOLO has got Picado 2 games in a row here, uncontested, so that's going to be a nice little boost for them, whereas over here in Los Leones is looking a little bit on the crowded side.
Yeah, so we did not see... Oh, Loki's now with a road kill onto Tango Maestro. Loki's with a road kill. So giving us an easy kill there for Team Bad coming into game number 5. Now on the side here of this town, we do see Quacker and Lapar going to be contesting each other for the compound. Going to see who comes up top. Of course, Lutz here is going to be very decent, while Jack's going to be a little bit further from the team as we expected. Of course, Resurgence now, they will be moving into this compound. This is going to be on the side of Los Leones, to the west side of Los Leones, in fact, as Gaventure is going to be in Los Leones as well. So there's at least 3 teams in Los Leones.
Yeah, and currently Lapar Esports a little bit close to Quacker at the moment here, and might be a bit too much more for comfort. And currently they're just going to posture a little bit, see whether or not they can get some information as to where all their opponents are going to be. And you can see the Resurgence guys there hard at concentration there as they try and see whether they can get a better result than the previous round. But currently Master Seth on the roof here, just going to try and get a little bit more vision. Currently Quacker does have a little bit of a spread at the moment. There's only Frozen who's nearby, and Upluk's all the way on the high ground, a little bit further south of their position. So he should be able to offer some long-range fire. Ooh. And I do believe that this is the nicest circle for these teams.
This is the nicest circle and the slower circle that we'll see, because most of the teams are already in the circle. So you're not going to see a lot of rotations being forced out to the teams. We're not going to see teams getting shot in the crossfire. As we do see when the circle actually moves away from the centralized area, that's when we're going to see a more heavy action-packed game. So this circle, I believe the first 2 phases will be slightly slower compared to the rest of the game, but nevertheless, most of the teams should be equipped well enough to fight it out to the last circle. That's going to be an exciting game towards the end game. So we are once again looking at the phase 6, phase 7 circle. That's when basically all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's going to be a lot of options for these teams to go to their favorite spots here, and there are quite a number of them here. And only those teams who are actually a little bit too far outside the circle, they're probably going to have a slightly different looting strategy here, going to take more of their time on the outside areas. Since they can see that there's actually quite a number of teams dropping inside the center of the circle already, no point for them to rush too far in unless they're really going to try and weave their way in between where some of these teams were dropping.
Yeah, and looking on the side of Los Leones, once again, we do see 3 teams now in Los Leones. I believe that is IG. Gaventure is there as well. And that is going to be Team Quacker, I believe. No, sorry, that is going to be probably Extends, maybe. on the side of the west side of the map.
Yeah, west side is going to look a little bit quiet for the time being here. They do have a little bit of breathing room. I think there was strife over there by the warehouses there, and currently they do have a little bit of their own place. So actually, yeah, it is actually Resurgence. Yeah, Resurgence who are currently looting up there. They do have that high ground advantage, so they can observe whether any of the Strive Gaming guys do actually want to try and advance further. But it looks as though that they're already starting to move a little bit towards the western side as they try and get a bit towards the center of the circle.
Yeah, and of course, still no action as of yet. The blue zone will be closing in under 2 minutes right now, and then we're gonna see if the circle will be forcing players more to the west side, more to the east, the north, the south side. BMW looking very comfortable here. They do have this power grid here, just to hold up their grounds a little bit. Saison gotta be very close to the proximity of where BMW is. Not gonna try to commit. Once again, you want to always check the compounds before actually committing into it. So we did see a few teams making the same mistake. Now the furthest away is going to be GeekFam. They are in Campo Minsta, they will have to rotate in. As MKJ Sazu now getting a lot of shots towards him from the side of Gaventure. Now Chillrex just poking some shots, but no shots going to be connecting onto him as of yet. So that is going to be some warning shots coming from Gaventure, like stay away, says Gaventure.
Yeah, so Snazu going to continue on his scouting run here as he tries to find good compounds here. Now, of course, it could be a tactic since that most of the teams don't have to move so quickly. You send one player to actually go and scout out these compounds, try and claim one of these spots early on while the rest of your team continues to loot up, and then you're going to try and make as much noise as possible, fend off the push or any other teams deciding to come and occupy that compound at all.
The biggest change I've seen in the Malaysia and Singapore scene is that earlier on in this year when we just started competitive gaming for PUBG, a lot of teams, they have this thing called the trigger discipline. So if they see teams just driving past by, they might not shoot. But looking at how it's been developed to today, they are taking a lot of fights more aggressively, and this has been learned, I believe, adapted from other regions, especially like NA, even Thailand, Vietnam. They are all very aggressive. They see enemies, they take the shots at enemies, and this is looking to be a very more it's like a new Malaysia for the PUBG scene.
And it's an exciting Malaysia, in fact, you know. So I mean, just being able to take the fight to any team is definitely the ethos to take forward in this type of environment that we do have here. As of course, you do miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, and 15 points is pretty juicy to me. I would take that any day.
15 points is juicy indeed. So the 15 points will actually determine whether you make it to the top 4 or not, because we did see the scoreboards after game number 4. The score discrepancy, like I said again, they are all very close by. I think they are below 100 points difference for most of the teams, from team number 2 to up to team number 5.
Yeah, it's very close. I think between first place and 10th is 700 points, but looks like Mr. Flank gonna catch out Onigate there. So Onigate was the kill leader for Team ONE during their qualifiers here. So that's going to be a big loss for them early in this game. They do still have the 3 players, but looks like Bad under fire here. Rain Zera going down to Mr. Flank here, and now Loki's going to have to try and back him up as best he can. Otherwise, Bad will go down to 2 players here, and looks like they're able to confirm the kill and catch Loki's out. So Mr. Flank playing out of his mind right now, taking down 2 of those players.
I'm not too sure what is happening to Infinity Gaming. So basically, he just spanned his own teammate and basically eliminates his team. Maybe there was a spectator bug for the UI for Infinity Gaming. So it looks like 20 teams are still there, 73 alive. I believe they're still in. Not too sure what happened, but Loki's and Renzera getting caught out here by MMG. If they were deciding to move up, they will be caught up by MMG again, as 2 of the members are already waiting for them on the other side of the hill. So not looking too good once again for Bad. They do lose out 2 more members early on this game.
Yeah, and keeping those players alive right to the end is going to not help their aspirations to try and solidify their position. I think they did come in to this round, you know, looking pretty good, and unfortunately they lose players here and there, and that's really come to haunt them a little bit here if they do want to try and take those big team fights, which is going to be absolutely essential, because if the circle is going to fall into these very open areas that we typically do see here on Miramar, then you really do need to have all hands on deck, otherwise it's going to be lights out.
Yep, and the circle is closing in right now. About 2.5 minutes till we see where the next circle is. Now SKRS will have the 4 times on the mini. A lot of ammunition, a lot of 5.56. He is packing the suppressor as well onto his mini 14. So we might be able to see SKRS taking some medium and long range shots to enemies all across the map as well, as Batman is still driving around. I think he's trying to find a more secured compound for his teammate.
Yeah, absolutely. And now most of the teams have already made their rotations inside the circle, and it's looking absolutely congested in the center there as all these teams try and get ahead of that circle. Now, we talk about Malaysian style. I think everyone likes to go for playing in the center of the circle. Of course, maybe the more advanced teams, they will do it very aggressively as every circle develops, just to try and get that prime spot. But we still have a number of teams still on the periphery. Resurgence still in Los Leones for the time being, not in any rush here, as most of the central compounds would be very much taken by this point in time. The second phase of the circle probably going to be the go sign here for a lot of these teams to make a little bit more of an advanced transition, just to try and avoid further risk while other teams are also on the move.
Follow thought that as MBT is closing in, they are going to try to finish a kill onto SKRS, as Ross XD will spot a Venture all the way. Chillrex now is in trouble. Will Ross XD take the shot? He has a 6th time on his Car 98, as they will spot out Team Bat as well. He might just go in for the finish kill, as Ross XD, as the rest of MBT is going to be trying to flank around them, trying to get some better angle, better line of sight as well onto most of the teams.
Yeah, currently trying to reconvene a little bit here. They do have a little bit of a 2-2 split at the moment here, but they do want to try and consolidate their fire. Now, we talked about 2-2 split in other games here, and if they can find a good set of compounds very close to each other, then it could be a very good strategy to have. You do that if you want to exert a lot of that map control, but usually that's going to be a feature in the later stages of the circle, and you can deny that space for other teams.
Yeah, and look at Bat now. They are going to be very close by to Venture. They have to be careful though, as SKRS did drop down, as Ross XD gets the headshot onto Alpha all the way on the other side. As now SKRS will be taking a lot of shots. Chillrex will be dropping very low as well. Now Crossfire is going to be seen on the map here. You're going to see some bullet traces coming in from all angles onto the side of Chillrex, and Chillrex should be fine. He will take cover in the ditch over there.
Yeah, so they're going to try and take a little bit of cover. They had a little bit of third-party action after they were gearing up to take out some of the players from Bad. So they're going to try and spot out Minonkopi Jap here and try and return the favor just a little bit here. While we do see that Stadium Fighter YOLO still occupying Picado for the time being, they've all holed up inside that multi-story office building, which does offer unparalleled views at the moment, and really going to make it difficult for all these teams who do want to try and rotate through there. But that's not going to deter Team Bad. They do have their 2 remaining members occupying part of the around near the fighting arena section here.
Yeah, and the circle has been updated. We are going to be looking at phase number 2 as a minute and a half till phase number 3 starts to close in. Pattern Lock does pack the M24 only with a 3x scope. We're going to see if he will be able to do some long range shots with a scope there, as Luvias meanwhile the kill pit does take out Haikaxi coming from Silverwood. So Silverwood is just dropping members once again, as Resurgence coming on top, going to be more aggressive compared to the first 3 games that we've seen them play.
Yeah, so far Resurgence has looked to be keeping a very good position onto certain areas of the map and denying space for others. Maybe not the most aggressive moves there, but when they have to take a fight, they know what to do and really try and suffocate the opposition. But looks like Extense Gaming here trying to move in and taking a little bit of a flip, in fact. But looks as though that flip was a little bit detrimental for Kai there, and he gets knocked over by his own wheelie. So it's going to continue rolling away, and he should be able to get in just fine. But yeah, just one of those things that you probably wouldn't have wanted to happen.
Just one of those things. As Kai, he should be revived, no issues there. But of course, the more times you actually get knocked out, the faster you bleed out. So you just want to just keep that in mind as well.
And looks like GeekFam in rotation here. SlyDD taking a shot while they were focusing on GeekFam moving through there. Chillrex able to get that knock onto him. And looks like GeekFam going to continue onwards here. They only have, actually they have 3 vehicles here, but they also have BMW also rotating
BMW chasing them down
throughout here. Can we see more Mad Max action? I think we did see Silverwolf in game number 1 do a lot of that kind of moves. So, but currently they have to try and get away from Strive Gaming. They are putting up a lot of fire, but given the number of vehicles here, I don't think that anything is really going to happen unless they get a real good connection.
Yeah, Modi now going to be the magnet, the bullet magnet of his vehicle is going to be blowing up, as he will be taken down by Kasake with that headshot on the SLR. Modi will go down. And that is the end for Modi, and Xavier will go out. So Geek Fam not looking too good coming in round number 5.
And chaos is erupting here. Minonkopi Job getting in on some of the action here, taking out some of the BMW players as well. And looks like it is really down in the doldrums here for the Geek Fam players, as currently they were running through a little bit of open space there. They're taking too much fire, and unfortunately they took one hit too many. The vehicle blew up, and then they were also trying to save their fallen comrade there. So really biting the dust there as they drove through Strive Gaming and Resurgence.
Yeah, meanwhile the kill phase is on little JY, and Rainbow gets taken down as well from Strive Gaming. Jin Callaway now putting his name on the boards once again, taking out Redmoon. Now FFG might be responding to that flank pretty soon, so they have to be careful right now. As SG, we do see Balala, he is gonna be way away from his teammate. We've seen a 1-3 strike coming in as Jungs now with a headshot onto Aeon. Yeah, not too sure where that came from, but Jungs once again with a sniper shot. Yeah. Looking to be very consistent and looking to be very on point with his sniper shots now.
Yeah, and we can hear that he's pumped from all the way up there. So looks like he's still feeling it after the last game. But now looks like Lapar Esports under trouble after they're facing off against Hornet Gaming at the moment. They're able to take a trade there in that situation, but I'm going to have to try and see whether or not they can minimize the amount of losses that they take. We're only midway through this round at the moment, and most of the other teams do still have quite high squad strength. And now looking at the circle, has gone to the western side here, and Genius Team trying to get away from this difficult position here. They had to drive right past Team Quacker there, but it looks as though that the two players should be able to meet up with Nazy for the time being. Most of the players are still inside the circle, even though it's shifted all the way that it has.
Looking at where the teams are, once again, FFG, they do have that high terrain to play around with, so they will be able to spot out teams like GT, Season, even HG. Hornet Gaming all the way on the bottom side of the hill. So FFG might be able to get some kills there, as MBT now, Darka is going to be taking a lot of shots of crossfire coming in from Resurgence, as he should be dropping very low. He is trying to move away right now, but meanwhile, Voidless and Shining Star gets a limited coming in from S2, and that is the end for Team BMW once again.
So that's a little bit unfortunate going out early there, and they will be trying to see how that they can re-strategize a little bit here to try and adjust for the competition. But looks like Darkas here, the scout for Minonkopi Job, gets caught out by Balala. So he's really able to hang out there all by himself as the Lone Ranger, as scout versus scout action right there.
Scout versus scout, definitely. So Balala coming in from Brunei, proving to be a little bit too strong for MBT to handle, as Darkas will be eliminated now. Pasha being the only one left alive from Silver Wolves. So again, I said Silver Wolves, they will have to play a little bit more consistently like they did in the first 2 games to try to secure their spot to Thailand. So looking at how they are playing right now, it's not looking too good. They don't have any kills in their bag right now. Only member left alive. Now Kasake and Brax taking out Will, securing the kill now, as they will have 4 kills for Resurgence. The only hope for Singapore right now, the closest, not the only hope, so basically the closest to the top 4 is going to be Resurgence.
Yeah, I mean, they are still very close there. They are currently in 6th position at the start of this game, so they are looking to have a good round here, really be able to try and build on what they learned from that last round. But yes, we did see that Silver Wolves is really not having the best of performances after getting 2 very good results in Game 1 and Game 2. So again, I think consistency is costing them a little bit at the top of the table. They dropped down to 4th at the start of this round. But we'll have to see whether or not they can try and do better. Because I think also in the qualifiers, they also ran into some of these problems. They did have some monster rounds. I think they had a 22 kill round as well. But again, they do need to have those consistent results.
Definitely, and of course we are live, we are broadcasting live from Battle Arena. Meanwhile, Asker as well take out Dreams. Jungs another headshot onto Season Max the D. Jungs putting his sniper game on point, bringing all that he has into game number 5, and we might be seeing more headshots coming from Jungs for the rest of the game.
Well, it seems as though that he's really pulling them off here, but I didn't hear any shout just then, you know. So
I did, yeah.
All
it
right.
was like a not too long of a shout. Believe me, he will shout louder if he gets a knock onto like a FFG member
Oh,
or even
yeah,
a Adventure
totally.
member.
Oh, absolutely. But now we see Pasha here still trying to just watch over his current compound at the moment. He does have a bit of breathing room. I don't think anyone is going to be posing any immediate threat to him. But Stadium Fighter YOLO have actually been here in Picado the entire game. They've been very lucky with the circle there, but they have all been holed up on that southwestern side for the time being. Team Bad have already moved in, and Lapar now are going to be the new talents of that northern side.
Circle has been updated. It's going to be on the west side of Los Leones, a little bit to the east side of Chumacera. Of course, FFG is still in the circle at the edge there. They can rotate to the down south side where they will be able to meet up with the two teams. So they're going to pick I would say the best rotation option for them right now is to actually rotate down south a little bit. Try to play at the edge of the circle, try to take out the teams that are coming into the circle. We did see one of the teams still outside there. So that could be an option for Team FFG.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've seen them being able to play different styles so far here today and also in the qualifiers and other events as well. So looking to see how that they are actually able to adjust to the field here, really able to play with the situation that they're in, I think is definitely going to be a ball in their court in terms of the flexibility and the able to get those results as a byproduct.
Yup, and Childrex and the rest of Convention still 4-man strong, looking to secure their first win as they will crash into this compound. We do see team number 20, I believe that is Strive Gaming as well as MMG, is going to be in the compound. Now Childrex is going to be careful as we are changing views over here. It's Pattern a lot now coming in from the side here, going to be passing by Lapar as Lapar is trying to take down a shot onto Hamburger, but Hamburger should be driving away fine for now. Now Romeo and Dejax just doing a lot of damage, a lot of warning shots coming in from Team Lapar. The face, the circle has been updated once again. It's going to be a little bit down south of where the circle is right now. So 2 minutes now to the phase 5 will be updated.
Yeah, guys, so things are heating up over here. We do have a little bit of congestion here. Mr. Flank currently hiding and trying to fend off any potential push here as the last surviving team member from MMG, but he does have a little bit of opposition here. He does have Balala for Strive Gaming, who's also in this near vicinity. He has the whole of Adventure here that he does have to worry about, just NJRX, who's just going to be a little bit further away. Oh, but it looks like Kai getting a nice multi-kill there onto the Hornet Gaming players there. So
now look at Flank, He is going to be gatekeeping this small area. The Venture's got to be careful as Mr. Flank coming from much more gaming will hear the footsteps coming. He will spot him out, and Chirek just is not managing to retreat in time, and he will be taken out now. Now his position will be revealed. He has the window to kind of jump out of it, and it's going to be popped out here. Not going to be connecting onto anybody as of yet. Now the rest of Gensho does know that Flank is there, so they got to be careful as how they approach this. Two members now, Jerino and Afam is coming in for the push as Flank is just switching rooms. This is smart play from Flank.
Yeah, oh, and a nice shot from Mr. Flank. Can he get another one there? He tries to reload, but unfortunately not enough time available to him. So he did manage to take out one of the players there and eliminate another. So nice try there, but he goes out there, and that's going to be it for them. But looks like we see that Brother Kills here is currently hiding in this compound after his team was trying to push Extense Gaming just now. But it looks like Extense Gaming was able to fend off that push through Kai SG's efforts there. And now it looks like Snazu getting on the board here for Minong Copy Job against Genius Team.
Yep, and Pasha still the only remaining member left alive from Silver Wolves will be camping it out here. He does have Stadium Fighters right beside him. I'm not too sure if Stadium Fighter actually knows it because some nades are coming out. They might have an idea where Pasha is, but still trying to look out for him as Ross XD will get the amazing headshot onto Luvius. Luvius dropping down for the count. Now looking at this small compound, we do have two teams. Strive Gaming as well as Quacker, and on the other side of the road we do have Kenny G and Jangs coming in from GeekFam. GeekFam did very well in round number 4. Will we be able to see them pull out another amazing 15 kills, I believe, in round number 4? Round number 5, maybe, can we see 16 kills? We'll find out.
Yeah, right now they're a little bit bogged down here, and probably not going to be able to secure too many kills in this current position here while they do wait for things to develop a little bit further. Across the street, they have two teams in the form of Quacker as well as Strive Gaming, so they're going to really have to be a little bit mindful. There's only two of them left here in this current point in time, but Extens Gaming managing to finish off Lapar Esports after they were trying to push the advantage here. They just crashed into the side here and didn't get much further than that. So looks like a nice little pickup for them as they're looking to have what looks to be their best round so far.
Yeah, and once again, Extens Gaming. We are looking at Extens Gaming right now. They are probably trying to find out where Brother Kill is coming from Hornet Gaming, as NGRX will be taken out by Lala Jarino with a return kill now. They will spot up Brother Kill. And some shots now. The rest of EG is going in for the push. Brother Kill is just running away through the long house, trying to get out through the other exit, trying to climb up there. But you do see now that the rest of Extens Gaming is coming in on very hot on his 6. So
they're coming in
right
full force right now. They've even mobilized the Murado here just to make sure there's no escape. But
look at that. If I'm Brother Kill, I will be scared for my life as he will be spotting out one shot.
Look at that. It's a whole train, unstoppable force right there. So nice try over there, but looks like Hornet Gaming going to be eliminated there. But Gaventure taking a lot of hits from S2 Warrior, and it looks as though that they are really against the ropes here in this game. And it looks like Genius Team actually getting eliminated here in 16th position. And looks like that was actually it for Gaventure there. And they go out in 15th position. So really
Quacker,
unfortunate there. But
Quacker Legendary just jumping into the compound where 3 members of Strive Gaming was waiting patiently for him. So 6 not looking too lucky there coming in.
That was a little bit unfortunate. You know, it could have been a surprise birthday party for all he knew. You know, but yeah, in any case, he gets a nice little present there from Strive Gaming, and now looks like Frozen and Skyrex going to really have to plan the next move. But now looks like Season here going to engage here together with Infinity Gaming. Now they're trying to push in Misty, trying to get inside the front door, and Summer might be caught out in the open. But looks like just around the corner inside. But Max D already down. Misty taking a few hits. Summer trying to move a little bit away. He's vaulting outside. He's going to run into Snazu. Oh, a nice little pickup there, but looks like he's going to get caught out by Jinkalewa, and looks like, no, actually Papa Zaya, Jinkalewa confirming the kill there for FFG Elite, so they have made their arrival on the scene.
So this is what I was talking about, FFG, the best choice for them to do now is to rotate south, and that is what exactly they have done. They rotated south, and the fight basically broke out there between IG as well as MKJ. They did manage to get a few kills there coming in from FFG. Now FFG, look at the map, look at how they're separated. Jinkalewa, Papazai is on one side, Ardul is on the other side. So they will be playing this out pretty smart. They are going to try to spot the enemies, try to feed back the information to the teammate. Meanwhile, Batman gets eliminated, and that is the end for Team Bat as well.
Yeah, so going to be some points lost there in that situation there. And now looking at the circle, guys, we do have only 3 teams currently in the middle. We still have Quacker. Very next to them is going to be the Strive Gaming guys, and they do have the 2 players from Geek Fam who are still across the road. So all these teams are going to start converging here. There's no other compound available other than the ones already occupied, but looks like a nice hit there by Janks. He lands the headshot on Katamambuk here, and looks like they're going to deploy as many smokes as they can. But Papa Zayed already coming over to see whether or not he can back him up. Abdul is currently watching the northern side here. There is going to be the Extens Gaming guys there who actually do need to traverse across the road there to try and get to a little bit more of a safety position.
Geek Fam once again Janks with another amazing headshot. I believe that was like his 3rd or 4th headshot now. And the 5th headshot now on Ross XD. Janks takes him out. What a play there from Janks with all the headshots coming in as Aeon will steal the kill away from Janks. Securing the kill there.
You don't want to steal the kill away from them.
Janks still with M24 trying to spot out another member as Mino Kopija will be eliminated from this game. Now only 10 teams left, 26 alive. Can Janks upset everyone here with his sniper shots? We'll find out. So still 0 kills though for Geek Fam.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's going to be a bit difficult in this situation to try and confirm those kills, especially when you have a gun shooting as slowly as the bolt action there, as we saw Minion Kopichov able to get a nice 15 points at Jang's expense there. But I mean, that doesn't detract from the fact the damage here. He's lining up the shot here on Jinkalewa here. If he can nail this one, that would be quite the feat here, as currently on the move, trying to navigate a little bit closer inside. He manages to hit him actually, and he has to dip right back down the hill, but Extens Gaming is right in front of him, so that might be a little bit of a tricky situation if he's not too careful.
So now FFG is in a little bit of a issue right now, I would say, because the circle is moving away from there as they will be forced to go into the side of EG. Adu and G Caliber will go down, Zion will go down as well. And that is the end for Team FFG as Extends Gaming will wipe them out. So they were forced to rotate left, coming in from the shots of GeekFam. Now looking at GeekFam, they are in the center of that circle, so they can play it out as well as Quacker. Now Team IG Resurgence also playing at the edge. They gotta be careful as Jangs now just gonna be gatekeeping them with that M24.
Yeah, absolutely. All these teams inside the center are really going to put a lot of pressure onto all the surrounding teams just trying to get inside the circle. Currently, they can't get anywhere too close without taking a little bit of damage there. In any case, everyone is going to just probably bide their time here for the next few seconds while they wait to see how the next circle is going to take place. But it's not going to stop Resurgence from putting pressure on, and it looks like they put a lot of long-range pressure onto Pattern a lot and the rest of Extends Gaming. But KNY God going to town onto Infinity Gaming as Katamabuk here getting taken out there. So they seal their first kill of the game, Geek Fam.
Yep, and looking at the circle now, it's moving away from the players. It is going to be forcing a lot of the players to actually move in, as Manjor is trying to spot out a member from Geek Fam with the 4 times on his M16. That's spot out a dead body though. So Manjor and the rest of SG looking pretty good. 3 kills now for Strive Gaming. The only team coming in from Brunei. The Brunei qualifiers now. Geek Fam, they are the edge. They still have that little space in the house to play around with, but they will eventually have to come out, and it is going to be a super open area here for most of the teams. This is where you want to start using a smoke grenades once again. Like I mentioned, EG looking very strong. They can rotate to the left, coming in from the west side of their circle.
Absolutely. Their position actually looks pretty good. I think all these teams there currently in those compounds are going to be completely focused on everyone else all the way from that north to the eastern side here, and the Extends Gaming going to be able to come inside the zone here.
Whoa!
And looks like Jang's able to get
Jangs.
Nice headshot coming out from him, and that puts the lid onto Infinity Gaming's chances here as they go out in 9th position. But now everyone is on the move here. Resurgence as well as S2 Warrior starting to advance a little bit closer here, but looks like Stadium Fighter YOLO starting to advance from the northern side of the circle. And currently Extends Gaming here actually advancing onto Geek Fam right now, and this could be really bad for Geek Fam if they're not too focused here, but they do have Resurgence on the other side, so that's going to be very tricky here. Krustik managing to make his way all the way to the compound, and they actually don't have any windows there to actually prevent this advancement here coming.
Jangs might have hurt Krustik. He's gonna be careful as the rest of EG. I believe Geek Fam has heard them. We're not gonna be making too much noise. We don't want to give their position away as well. So only Kenny G and Jangs is the only one left alive for Geek Fam. Resurgence as well. Aeon is coming in close. Look at the circle. The circle is closing in. Krustik might just be able to spot out Jangs here. Jangs just backing away now. Krustik's gotta be careful. We may be able to see Jang's point of view as some nades gonna be fighting out here as S2 is going up against Strive Gaming.
Now it looks like the push is moving in here. Loopy trying to catch whatever shots he can onto the stairway here. And Fury is going to back up a little bit here, but the blue circle's right on their tail. Resurgence actually getting into a big fracas with it.
Resurgence.
And it looks as though they get eliminated by Extends Gaming here. But it looks like Strive Gaming here is still going to stay inside the house with whatever pockets that they still have available. S2 Warrior starting to move a little bit further than them. And it looks like Pattern a lot taking out Jangs right there. So now it's going to only be 1 up, but looks like KNY God able to clutch it out and takes out both Krustik and Pattern a lot. So it looks like Extends Gaming had a good run there, but they get taken out by Geek Fam right at the death.
And Jangs will be revived here by Kennedy, so looking still very strong as Manjor will take out a member of Quacker now. Sky is dropping very low. He will be bleeding out. Frozen is going to try to revive him first before committing into NT. So Geek Fam has all the area to themselves right now. They can rotate it slowly as we are looking at 3 teams in this. We are looking at only 5 teams left, 12 alive. 3 teams here. Geek Fam is up there. I believe another team is on the top of the north side of that map, the green color. Frozen now taking out Meow Eerie as a fight is going to be breaking out here as the rest of Quacker will fall. Manjor will get the final kill on Frozen, and this is going to be a battle between Strive Gaming as well as S2.
Yeah, everyone converging all at once. Quacker with nowhere to go there with both Strive as well as S2 Warrior right there. And now Luffy is the last player left alive. S2 Warrior getting 9 kills in this game, so pretty nice total coming out from them as Strive Gaming starting to disengage here, but they do have to fight against Stadium Fighter YOLO, who are currently in their pathway, and now looks as though it's really erupting here. Luffy trying to weigh in and see whether or not he can take him down, but Ajim going
It is 2 teams left, 5 alive. It's going to be a 3 against 2 situation right now. Can Geek Fam upset Stadium Fighters? We're going to find out really soon. It is 2-3. Looking at where the circle is, Geek Fam is in the slight advantage for now. They do have the higher ground compared to where Stadium Fighters is. Smoke's going to be popped out here. Going to be relying a lot on their smokes right now. Hopefully they have a lot of smokes to pop.
Yeah, exactly, and looks as though that they do have a ditch Stadium Fighter Yellow to use for a little bit more of cover here as they try and advance a little bit further on. Now, this is the final circle here, so likely we're not going to see too many movements coming out from these guys. They don't want to be the first one to actually go down here, and looks as though that there is some nice level 3 gear there for Geek Fam, so they will be biding their time here. If they can get that vital pick and even up the score, that's going to be important here.
So Janks did actually pop out smoke, but it is going to be revealing his position away for JIB to actually call it out to the teammates. So they do have an idea where Geek Fam is going to be careful not to catch any nades coming into their face, coming from Stadium Fighters. So Stadium Fighters just playing it slightly slower on a slower pace. Geek Fam still trying to find for the chicken dinner of the day.
Yeah, I think Stadium Fighter Yellow does know that they have the numerical advantage over here, so they really don't want to take any chances. They do want to wait for the circle to start pushing the Geek Fam into the zone. So currently the center of the circle, if not mistaken, is slightly on the northern side of the road here, so it will be slightly favoring the Stadium Fighter Yellow players if they do wait right to the end. It looks like the pop up the top. Ajim taking a lot of damage here. KNY God also trading a bit, but Cutfang able to take down Janks here, and now KNY God going to be the last player left up. He pulls off the heal, so it looks like Synchronic advancing, and Cutfang takes out KNY God, and that is going to be it as Stadium Fighter Yolo able to come out clutch there. They waited for the right moment there and able to catch them as they popped up there, so it looks like that's going to be it. Geek Fam able to get second place there after they were having that dominant position inside the circle there, and really able to build on that good performance that we saw them get in the last round, getting that third position. But now looks like it's going to set them up very nicely for the rest of this event.
Yeah, definitely it's going to be setting up perfectly for Stadium Fighters. This is where they want to be. Of course, once again, Geek Fam playing it very consistently, getting the top 3 finish on in second place. Although they only have 5 kills, it's a little bit shame that Janks couldn't get a finish kill with his snipes. Amazing snipes. We've seen at least 6 to 7 headshots coming from Janks M24. So props to Janks. Of course, S2 coming into this tournament as one of the underdogs as well, finishing on in 3rd place, and Strive Gaming, the only team from Brunei, finishing off in the 4th position for round number 5.
But Strive Gaming have been getting some great results here so far. I think that they've gotten into the top 5 for a couple of times now, if not mistaken, and it's been pretty good for them, really able to represent Brunei to the best of their ability. But yes, we did see that there was a lot of contributions from a lot of these other teams here, and Team Quacker consistently also getting some decent results as well. That's why they're currently inside the top 5 as at the start of this round, so that's definitely going to improve their things. But Stadium Fighter Yellow really able to get some solid points on the board. I think they had some early games in the previous rounds, so now it's nice to see them really step it up a notch.
Definitely, and we're going to be checking out game number 6 after this. The final game of today is going to be Myanmar as well. Will we be able to see FFG securing 3 chicken dinners today? Will we be able to see Geek Fam securing their first chicken dinner? We'll find out.
Yeah, so guys, with that, we will be taking a short break. We look to try and get the last and final game of today underway here, and it's going to be one final round on Myanmar. So we're going to take a little bit of a short break here, and when we return, we'll bring you all the action.